There are places where silence is not empty, where water not only flows, but also speaks. Being here at the river, my favorite place since I was a girl, I am transported to the days when life was easier, calmer, it just flowed. The riverbed is a silent witness to a time that is not counted in hours, but in tides. Before I used to come to places like this full of questions, with my soul full of noise. I looked for answers as if they were hidden treasures, without realizing that the river and the wind were whispering the true riches. Stay still. Learn. Listen. Over there, in the distance, I see a fisherman casting his line with a slow, almost ceremonial gesture. He is not in a hurry. He doesn't seem to be expecting anything. He learned to listen to the river. He is not a visitor here. He belongs to this landscape, like the trees, like the stones. And I look at him, and I look at the river. And suddenly, I understand. The river does not plan its course. It is not asked whether the next curve will be the right one, or if the path is too rocky. It does not fight against the edges. It simply flows. And as it flows, it embraces everything. It caresses the stones until they lose their edges. It nourishes the roots of the trees that give it shade. It drags the dry leaves, making space for the new. And still, despite all that, always, it reaches the sea. For so long I lived trying to control the current of my own life, building dams, forcing the direction, an almost inaudible sigh. What exhaustion, what a battle. A part of me still trembles. The voice of fear, that old familiar, whispers, what if you get lost again? But the answer is right here. Getting lost is part of the journey. The river also overflows sometimes, but finds new paths. And that is not a mistake. It is life itself, making its way. I close my eyes. The sound of the water is the only thing that exists. I no longer look for a map. I no longer need a clear destination. For the first time, I don't need to understand everything to feel true peace. The teaching was not just about learning to flow. It was about remembering that the water running through the river is the same as that running through our veins. Life is not something that happens to us. It is something we are. And today, I no longer fight. Today, I no longer ask. Today, I flow in my life.